Minnesota Vikings at the New Orleans Saints.
This is the one from the weekend that I struggle to find a way the Vikings win this game.
Vikings fans also hate you because you say that all the time.
All right,
I struggle
tell me
to
I'm
find
wrong.
The Minnesota Vikings have beaten the New Orleans Saints 26-20 in overtime, and this game indeed was a San Francisco treat.
Tennessee Titans at the Baltimore Ravens, Saturday night game. Lamar in primetime.
Yes.
This should be fun.
This is the game, much like last week when I couldn't see the way the Vikings could win it. I can't see how Tennessee wins this game.
And Ravens fans are making their way to the exits, and they can't believe it. An incredible story being written by the Tennessee Titans. They upset the Baltimore Ravens and advance to the AFC Championship game.
Wrong again, Sam. No shot. You couldn't see any way that the Titans could win? Wrong again. Second straight week. You said there was no way the Vikings could beat the Saints. No way the Titans could beat the Ravens. It's like you forgot that playoff football even happens, that things happen. It's like you completely forgot. And here we are. Titans moving on this week, a week after you were wrong about the Vikings, and they moved on.
Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
This is like the early years, when a superhero doesn't quite understand that they have these powers and there's some teething problems. Then by the end, they understand how it works and they use these things for good. So what I will be doing next week on the Thursday podcast is essentially auctioning off my ability to reverse jinx a team.
Really?
Yeah. So if your team is still in the NFL playoffs, one of the final four remaining, I could be convinced to not see any way they could win the game in the championship game.
Smart.
For the right offer. So midway through the game, as the Vikings were just, we like to establish the run. We're going to run Dalvin Cook because otherwise play action doesn't function. We need to keep running him. Their offense reminded me a little bit of something, and we have a clip about what exactly it reminded me of. So take a listen.
Now, Field Marshal Haig has formulated a brilliant new tactical plan to ensure final victory in the field.
Will this brilliant plan involve us climbing out of our trenches and walking very slowly towards the enemy, sir?
How could you possibly know that, Blackadder? It's classified information.
It's the same plan that we used last time, and the 17 times before that.
Exactly. And that is what is so brilliant about it. It will catch the watchful Hun totally off guard. Doing precisely what we've done 18 times before is exactly the last thing they'll expect us to do this time.
That effectively...
The parallels are unparalleled.
Yes. That effectively is the Vikings offense.
We're going to keep running it.
Very slowly towards the enemy who is just mowing them down.
Our O-line's demoralized.
And doing the same thing 18 times in a row, expecting something else to change.
That was good. What show is that now?
Blackadder. Well, here's the thing, right? So during the week, one of the questions everybody was asking was, how do you stop Lamar Jackson and this Ravens offense, right? And ultimately, you kept coming back to, well, you can't really. The best way to actually stop them is to win on offense yourself and put them in a hole and change fundamentally the way they have to approach the game, which is exactly what happened, right? And everybody... So this is one of those interesting games where you come out of it and everybody has the wrong takeaway from the game, right? Derrick Henry led the Titans to a monster victory against Baltimore, ran all over them, and that's why they won.
I mean, that was a big part of it. Let's not diminish Derrick Henry
I'm not
in the
diminishing
run
him.
game.
I'm explaining how the game happened because Derrick Henry is not what won the game for the Titans. What won the game for the Titans is the fact that they put Baltimore in a double-digit hole right off the bat. Now, into the madness.
Now to the scoregami, 51-31. The Chiefs over the Texans. The other parallel of a game here. Do you remember the Sunday Night Football Peyton Brady game?
Yeah.
Denver at New England?
Uh-huh.
It was 24-0, I believe, Denver in like 10 minutes. I mean, it was like almost immediately. There were fumbles, there were quirky plays, there was all this stuff. New England eventually comes back. Denver fights back, and it was eventually a New England win in overtime. But the point was, it was immediately 24-0, and the Patriots worked back into the game. That's what this one felt like everything went right.
Right. I mean, we
for
were
the
like
Texans.
we were like a few minutes into this game, and I texted you like, "Come on, not again! Like this can't be happening twice."
Yeah.
This was amazing. Like blocked punt, multiple third down drops for the Chiefs. Like to good players. Travis Kelce dropping drop stone-handed
Blocked
drop.
punt for a touchdown.
Yes.
Muffed punt inside the 5, right?
Yes,
or
from
inside the
Tyreek
10.
Hill.
Bad.
So it's like, oh look, this went south quickly. We put Tyreek Hill back, our best playmaker, because we need a spark from the punt return game. Muffs it.
Spark.
And then so it's like 3-score hole right off the bat immediately, and then the Texans begin Operation Shoot Ourselves in the Foot. 4th and 1, kind of pretty close to the Chiefs line. It's like we could properly put our foot.
It was 21-0.
Yes.
4th and inches. And this is what I think the score.
Where was the yard line? It was pretty close to Kansas
10?
City, right? Yeah. So this
10,
is like
15.
we can put our foot on the throat of the Chiefs, make this a 4-score game, and properly kill it off, right? Instead, we just kick the field goal. Field goal's good. Field goal's good. Field goal makes it tricky. We keep going, but it was like that is the classic. Look, all the numbers say go for this, and they threatened to. They lined up, and it's like, no, we'll pull back.
The Packers, I thought, did a good job of just stealing offense. Like Tyler Ervin, 2016 4th-round running back. He's played about 200 snaps in his career. And he's a guy that they're lining up at receiver and giving him jet sweeps and end around. Like they're giving him opportunities. So they manufactured a little bit of offense. I thought they did a decent job. Like Jimmy Graham is just slow, right? But I thought Seattle did a bad job. I can't tell if it was Green Bay doing a good job or Seattle doing a bad job. They'd motion Graham, give him an alignment, and he'd have a step just based off alignment. And he would just, run his slow crosser and have a step just based off alignment. So I thought Green Bay, outside of Devontae Adams just taking over the game, still manufactured enough offense. It manufactured a crossing route here and there. Not that there was an earlier one that was a key, because Rodgers was lights out on 3rd down, and it was just one of those games where a lot of things went right for Green Bay offensively, where they just kept finding the open man, and Devontae dominated.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.